a concurrent resolution honoring the town of Orleans, Indiana on the bicentennial celebration of its founding. Whereas, platted 200 years ago in 1815, Orleans stands as the oldest town in Orange County, Indiana. Whereas, founded 2 months after Andrew Jackson's famous victory over the British at New Orleans, the settlers named their new town in honor of this historic event. Whereas the original plat of the town was recorded in Salem, Indiana, while Orange County was then part of Washington County, and Indiana was still a territory and had not yet achieved statehood. Whereas the original plat of the town of Orleans is dated March 11, 1815, and was signed by Samuel Lewis and William McFarland as owners of the land, and by Samuel Alexander as surveyor. Whereas in 1851, the citizens of Orleans gave the handsome sum of $40,000 so that Orleans would become one of the earliest stops on the New Albany-Salem Railroad, and later became one of the first stops on the Monon Railroad, providing that the citizens of Orleans are ever committed to making sacrifices today for the benefit of a brighter future. Whereas in the mid-1960s, the town embarked on Operation Dogwood, which succeeded in its ultimate goal of planting hundreds of dogwood trees, and thus earning the nickname the Dogwood Capital of Indiana, as proclaimed by Governor Edgar Whitcomb in his 1970 resolution, and as a result of their efforts, now enjoys the renowned annual Orleans Dogwood Festival.
Whereas the town of Orleans has always produced exceptional individuals who left their mark on our history, including Samuel S. Lewis, co-founder of Orleans and a veteran of the War of 1812 and Texas's War of Independence. Civil War General William T. Spicely, leader of the 24th Indiana Volunteer Infantry. Bishop Richard Roberts, leader in the formation of the early Methodist Protestant Church. John M. Bloss, Indiana Superintendent of Public Instruction, and many future leaders yet to come. Whereas since the days before our statehood was just a glint on the horizon, the people of the town of Orleans have been there at the forefront leading Indiana through its storied history. And whereas it is fitting that the Indiana General Assembly gives special recognition to the town of Orleans as its residents celebrate the town's bicentennial. Therefore, be it resolved by the Senate of the General Assembly of the State of Indiana and the House of Representatives concurring. Section 1, that the Indiana General Assembly honors the town of Orleans on the bicentennial celebration of its founding. And the Secretary of the Senate is hereby directed to transmit copies of this resolution to the Honorable Michael Cloud, Honorary Chair of the Orleans Bicentennial Committee, Robert Henderson, Chair of the Orleans Bicentennial Committee, Mike Fields, President of the Orleans Town Council, Greta Llewellyn, President of the Orleans Chamber of Commerce, and Terry Cochran of the descendants of Colonel Samuel Lewis. And it was adopted by a voice vote this 19th day of March 2015. Thank you.
We have a little memento that we want to give the Lewis family, and we want you to accept it. What do you got, President Fields?
On behalf of the town of Orleans, the town council, and all the citizens of Orleans, we'd like to present the key to the city. I don't know what that'll get you into, but about everything.
Hopefully a bathroom.
Lewis family, it doesn't open any particular door, but it does open the hearts of the little town of Orleans, and we honor you and honor your family for being here, and for Colonel Lewis for a vision, and so long ago, and still today, a little town that was born out of victory. So thank you so much. Gail, you want to say a little something for the Lewises?
All I'd like to say is I'm home, this is family, and I'm very proud to be here. It's come from a rich line of my heritage. I'm just speechless at this time. Thank you, and I love you all. Thank you.
All right, don't go away because the Ladies for Liberty is coming on in just a few minutes.